EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Frank, what should the golfers be looking out for today?
Going to have to play well from tee to green for a start. That's where most of the problem is. It sets up beautifully for what we call a second shot golf course, providing you can get the ball in play. You will get rewarded for good iron play around here. The reason why is because when you miss, you're penalized.
Now down to the first, about 445 yards, par 4.
When you first look at this opening tee shot, Rich, it looks like you just hit a nice gentle draw off that right bunker. But the general contours of this terrain here does kick that ball a little left.
Beautiful looking shot right here.
Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, this is an approach shot here at the first hole that will get a player's attention.
It will. Very strategically placed bunker that protects that front right of the green, plus the angle of that green. If you're going to take it across that bunker, you better judge that inch perfect.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
While typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate, draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left to right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contacts. You have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
And so just getting started, even par so far. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left that you'll see is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way. That's an absolute beauty.
Good chance for birdie here, short iron in hand. The approach now to the second hole. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Hunter Mahan, second shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Here's a birdie try now for Hunter Mahan. Good score going, now at 2 under par. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
All the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here.
He was a little over-ambitious.
And setting up here in the rough. Locked in on the read and the speed. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's crawl that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
For the par. Even par early on. So just a formality here. So with that, the score is now at even par. Now at the fourth, par 3, and Frank, what's the key here?
Somehow find some green grass. The name Sandpit pretty much tells you what is around the green. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. This is a birdie try for Snedeker. Continues to putt beautifully.
It's no snack, though.
In red figures at 1 under par. Frank, this looks like a fun hole. The first par 5 of the day, 535-yard fifth.
Yeah, as long as you've got something that doesn't go left off the tee shot and doesn't go right off the second shot, you'll be fine. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course, turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players, the ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see.
This has to go in the hazard.
Needs to get up or it's... Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Playing his 4th shot after the 3rd was wet.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Miss-hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. That's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. He'll need to be strong with this. Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So with that, 1 over par. Mahan trying not to mess up his scorecard too badly. This one's for bogey. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 5th hole seems to have knocked him off course just a bit.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back? This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just ride a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Really. This is that awkward length.
That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Not his best stuff right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up. So, 2 over par for the round. Frank, we hear the sports psychologists say, forget about the bad shot, put it behind you. But you know, it just isn't that easy sometimes. You make the double bogey as he did on a previous hole, you're steaming mad. It's hard to let it go.
Well, it's like a lot of things in life too. You've got to choose whether you want to be your own friend or your own foe. And you know, right now you can see that he's fighting himself, and that's the biggest difference. You got to realize your best friend out there is you.
Confidence right now clearly is shaken. Frank, that golf ball's sitting up like a red velvet cake in a bakery. It looks pretty, doesn't it?
Time to take a bite of it. Savor it. Hit the next one close. Hazard?
Maybe wet. Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Second shot now on the way for Brant Snedeker. Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things up. The penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same, but when you hit it out of bounds, you're actually losing a stroke and a distance. For example, if I'm teeing off on a par 4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting it out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water hazard, I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So the distance penalty isn't the same as if it was out of bounds.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
Not his best effort right there. That's a bogey, and now 3 over. Just a couple of feet. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. .555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a 2-shotter or a 3-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway.
Second shot.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. With that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Snedeker ready for the approach.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Snedeker over the birdie putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And getting ready for the putt. And has it. And now at 2 over par. Lining this one up for par. They'll take it. That's a par. Finishing out the front 9 with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the 3rd shot. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the ninth.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Snedeker has this for par. Could it be? Just a beautiful roll there.
Oh, that's like stealing.
Not an easy one, 20 feet away. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. And we are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
So the shot has landed, I'm not sure if it's on the mulch or in the mulch. Either way, it's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a shot your left.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way,
Exactly.
Rich. It really did.
Hunter Mahan, second shot. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. And he went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
So, in the water, now in position, playing his sixth shot.
Just got to act like it didn't happen.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Starting to climb back at +2. Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11 at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. You can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green, but if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Well, given the choice, most players would rather play from the green grass versus the white sand.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and take that much more out of that fairway bunker. Couldn't reach the green. It's a smart play.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
In the water. Too bad. Not what you wanted to hear, but this is the 5th shot after the ball went into the water. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Now the 3rd shot for Hunter Mahan. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Frank, he has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
You almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Now the par 4 12th, only 363 yards, but Frank, it is intricate. There's a lot involved, isn't there, in playing a hole like this?
Yeah, I think this is where you have to work out, which clubs do you hit the best? Are you better with a 9-iron? Are you better with a wedge? Because that's the distance you want to hit it to. That's how you can be aggressive, even when you're laying up.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Looks like about 80 yards left.
The lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough, tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. That is how it's done, right there. What an approach shot. He'll need to be strong with this. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Birdie chance now for Hunter Mahan.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now teeing off here at the par 3, 13th. He'll be pleased with that. The approach shot is about 12 feet away.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. NASA, we have a splashdown. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. "13 feet away.
Oh, another one goes in.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, you know, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, hit the green, but certainly not close to the hole.
Yeah, probably barely give him a C for that shot.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Frank, that's always the danger coming out of the rough is you catch a flyer.
Yeah, that ball wasn't sitting all the way down, so you really got to judge the lie. And there was a 50-50 chance that was going to fly.
That's a nice lag putt. Frank, what would you focus on a long putt?
That 3-foot circle, obviously you allow yourself a little bit more the further and further away you get, but just expectations, lower them a little bit. There's certain distances, just take 2.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. He has this attempt for par. Seems to really have the touch today. Par 4 15th, measuring in at 468 yards. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Now the approach here at 15. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So close. Oh man, you can't miss him from that distance. Brandt for a painful double bogey. Going to have to regroup now after that double bogey. Just a couple of feet. This golf course playing tough today. They're at 7 over. Now to the par 5 16th. Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par fives here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you've mentioned, bends to the left, and that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest hitters. 326 yards will get you past that. Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect.
Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. That one is going to end up in the rough. He'll need to be strong with this. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down. Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. Now his fourth shot. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Here's Brandt Snedeker now on the approach shot. Solid shot right there, 15 feet away. And getting ready for the putt. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Mahan trying not to mess up his scorecard too badly. This one's for bogey. This one has a good line. Well, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one.
Well, let's see, Frank. The par 3 17th, just 168 yards. You can't miss it right. Can't miss it left. Can't miss it short. You can't miss it long. Good luck.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
160-yard shot. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player. This one's looking good. This is a 9-footer. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Well, that's a relief, and they go to 7 over par. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. That's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This has to go in the hazard.
He needs to get up or it's go. NASA, we have a splashdown. So the previous shot into the drink. This now the 4th shot. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Still not home yet, playing his fourth. This is a good-looking shot. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. Seven over for the day. Going to need the A game tomorrow. That was not the round they were looking for.
Well, the A game, as we know, doesn't come out every single day, but a positive attitude will certainly go a long way, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of time on the range.